Alright everybody, I'm Max, this is Elijah, Kyle, and Alex. We are Rewind Rundowns. Today we are going to be reviewing Split and Resident Evil. Split came out pretty recently, like a week ago, and then we have Resident Evil that came out a few days ago. We're going to start with Split. Overall, what did you guys think of it?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. There were a few issues. The exposition was kind of iffy for me. Like, in the beginning, it just kind of all happened.
The whole trailer was based around him, and then it just cuts
Yeah.
like this one girl was the main character.
It's almost like they used up all the shots of like his
Yeah,
personality
really.
in the trailer, and they
Because
didn't
there really
save-
wasn't really that many shots
Yeah,
of him. Like,
and they didn't
changing.
save anything for the actual movie, which, in my opinion, kind of sucked.
I definitely would have liked to see a lot more of his personality.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I was saying.
Like,
Okay.
we saw like, what, like 4 or 5 maybe?
Yeah,
Or
didn't she say there was like
even
20,
more?
like
Yeah,
20?
like 23?
Yeah.
I've never seen a case like this before. 23 identities live in Kevin's body.
Like you barely even get to know any of the characters.
Yeah.
And
And the
then
two
they get in the
Happens too
car,
quickly.
they get kidnapped, and then that's where it all starts off.
and the two characters were just kind of there for filler.
Yeah,
You know what I
they're
mean?
just like plot devices.
Yeah, they were
basically.
just meant to die.
Yeah, they really were.
That was literally the whole point of their character,
Yeah.
was just that they were gonna die later on. And I feel like because of the difference between the trailer and the actual film itself, it was a little off for me.
Someone's coming for you. The beast is real.
Because there's so many unanswered questions like, who's the beast?
Yeah.
Where did the beast come from? Why is the beast a thing?
Has
Like,
he
Yeah,
been the
exactly.
beast before this?
I know,
Like,
because one of the personalities said, I've met the beast before.
Yeah.
When was that? Where
Yeah,
was
exactly.
that? Why did that happen?
How do you meet the beast if you're the same person?
it's like, do they know, do the personalities know that they're all the same person?
What will happen when he unlocks the potential of his brain?
There is no limit to what he can become.
I feel like they could have explained that better.
So the second one should probably explain that and show like more
Yeah.
of the other.
That may be true,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
kind of disagree there. I feel like it should have just been explained in the first film.
Yeah,
That was just kind of basic
Yeah,
directing.
they should have just done that.
Should have just happened.
Help me get out of here, Hedwig.
So, what did you think of Casey's performance? Like Anya Taylor-Joy, that was the actor's name.
Though the movie she's in haven't been great, I think she's done a good job in her performances in the movies, in my opinion.
I think she was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
But I feel like it was like an easy role. All she had to do was sit there in the corner, have flashbacks, and then shoot things.
There you go. What'd you think of his directing?
He's always been a weird director. He's
Yeah.
one of his like comeback movies, in my opinion.
I wish they focused less on like the people that the guy was kidnapping, and just more on him.
Tell me what's going on.
What do you guys think is the worst part of the movie?
The exposition. I mean, we talked about this before, and I'm gonna say it again. It was horrible. We didn't set up any of these characters,
That was the main problem with the movie.
and we had no reason to care when they died.
He's done awful things to people, and he'll do awful things to you.
So overall, favorite part of the movie.
Honestly, my favorite part was when he like just turned to the beast, because I mean, like it was crazy, but
We just wanted more. I think the best part of this film was James McAvoy's performance, because in the end of the film, we saw that he kind of switched personalities super quickly.
It's hard to do one alone
Yeah.
in the 5 he had to do in the film. Maybe that was why they couldn't show more of them, because maybe he just couldn't handle doing all the personalities. Okay guys, based on what we've gathered, let's move on to the reviewing part of this. So we got thumbs up, thumbs down for like it was a bad movie, and then like in the middle, it was okay, but it wasn't the greatest. So let's start with Alex with this one.
I say thumbs up.
Okay.
It was really good. I think it could have been a bit more scary.
Kyle?
For me, like, if I'm honest, it had good intentions but bad execution.
yeah, the same. It was. I mean, like there was not enough of Split.
I'm gonna also go with Middle Thumb because I'm sorry, Alex.
No one's
But
with me.
it's just because I enjoyed it, but like everyone else is saying, there wasn't enough. All right. Hey. All right. Yeah. Overall, we gave it 2.5 thumbs out of 4. So with that ends our segment on Split, and now we're gonna be moving on to the Resident Evil portion of the show.
Computer games,
Okay, so quick disclaimer. I haven't played the game. I've only played the demo, and Kyle here really hasn't played the game or the demo.
But you see,
So we're kind of in the dark here with all that. I'm sorry.
What kind of review is this, man?
I should have played this first. Okay, so
No,
we're,
wait.
we're gonna be relying on Alex and Elijah.
Bro,
to
haven't you
explain
seen
this.
videos though?
Oh, I have.
But it's not the same.
But it's
Like,
not the
you
same
gotta play.
I know, I'm
of
just saying,
experiencing it. First opinion, what did you guys think of the game?
People say it goes back to the roots of Resident Evil, but I don't really know. Like the whole mansion like aspect of it, where you go around the mansion, you're like solving puzzles and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's like Resident Evil, but like
First one, yeah.
like the camera angles are good this time.
Yeah.
So I mean that's a plus. And the game is actually scary, which we haven't seen one like a scary game in forever.
This house is off limits!
Elijah, what do you think like of the jump scares? Do you think they were actually scary? 'Cause I
Yeah.
thought they were terrifying.
Jump scares don't really make it scary. If you're in a house alone,
Yeah.
you see a dude walk past the hallway,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
just don't know where he is,
And
then it's like that's scarier.
Man, I was hiding behind a crate, and then he walked by, and I was like, "Oh, he's gone." And I peek out, and
Oh, yeah, and he
turns
turns
around.
around.
Like,
See,
that's
you-
some good like game. Like,
Yeah,
how does he know
exactly.
I peek out? There's other games where you like peek out, and obviously the
Like-
game doesn't know you're peeking out.
Like, what is
but
it,
this
like-
one knew, and he like looked at me.
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, I see you." I was like, "What? What?"
Because it's like
The game's smart.
How would you compare it to Spencer Mansion?
the mansion in Resident Evil 1, like you know how it's like more of a maze in that. In Resident Evil 7, like you have more of like an objective what to do, and you're not in the mansion for the whole time because then it's more variety.
Where do you think you're going? That would kind of be a bad thing because in Resident Evil 1, you learn the layout of Spencer Mansion.
And that's why some people are getting upset. Like
Yeah.
the puzzles are too easy. I want more difficulty.
So I heard this game was like 8-10 hours. Do you think that's either a good thing or a bad thing in the grand scheme of things?
If it's gonna be 8 hours, they should have other stuff like you could like play for fun, like a survival mode or like.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of the game is the personalities of the bakers that they have. Like, though they're the villains, they're pretty interesting. Like how like they interact with Ethan, the
Yeah.
protagonist in the game.
He got to have his supper. Come here, boy. Let's do this. Come on.
My favorite part is like how like just the characters interact and like how it puts you and then one other person in a house, and then like he's looking for you, and then when he finds you, he
Yeah.
like goes for you. He'll-
Yeah, like he trashes up his own house just. To
Yeah,
get to
yeah,
you,
yeah.
which
Or
is,
like break
crazy,
tables
yeah.
and like just move everything.
So I like this game because it was very scary. I screamed. My parents looked at me like, "What happened?" I'm like, "It's okay." It's just
Yeah, I know. Cause
like, why did you scream? I'm like, "Cause it's scary."
So moving on now to our least favorite parts of the game.
The one I hated the most was the infinitely spawning demon things.
Yeah, molded.
Because I didn't know what to do, and I wasted like all my, and it was scary. It was stressful. Like I was like honestly like stressed. I was just like about to quit the game.
My least favorite is how they don't go into detail about like what happened to the characters.
I think we can all agree the biggest glaring issue, at least from what we've seen, is the fact that
Yeah,
the
there-
game
yeah.
doesn't have a lot of conveyance, and you
Yeah.
kind of have to look stuff up and figure it
Yeah.
out. In the early 90s, when you didn't have YouTube, the developers put more time into this conveyance idea. So learning how to play the game without needing like some stupid tutorial.
So overall, what would you two rate this game?
Honestly, it's a thumbs up.
If I could go higher than thumbs up,
Overall, we gave it 2 thumbs out of 2. Join us next time where we're going to be talking about.
For Honor by Ubisoft.
And Rings, the sequel to the classic 2002 horror film The Ring.
All right, and with that, see you guys next time. Peace.
Yeah.